following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. It's game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, hi and welcome. We're live here at Jack Brown Stadium getting ready for the state play-in game between the 10th-seeded Minot Vistas and the 7th-seeded Jamestown Eagles. The winner of this game will lock in the 7th seed at the state tournament in West Fargo, and they will play in the first game at 4:30 p.m. against the Bismarck Governors, the winner of this game. So the road to Rapid City actually started a little bit earlier this afternoon. A thrilling game up in Williston, about 6 hours from here. And the Williston Keybirds, congratulations to the Keybirds for making the state tournament. They hung on and pulled off a one-run victory over Grand Forks by the final score of 2-1 in 8 innings up at their home field up in Williston. A 2-1 win for the Williston Keybirds over Grand Forks in 8 innings. And that will put a conclusion to Grand Forks season. And Williston will move on to the state tournament in West Fargo at Young Field to play Fargo Post 2 at 10:30 a.m. That's a game we'll have live for you here on Magnitude Sports. We'll have, including this play-in game, we'll have a total of 15 games, possibly 16 if needed. Every game of the state tournament, whether your team wins or loses, we'll have it live for you here on Magnitude Sports. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back, give you a forecast update, starting lineups around the corner. As you can see, they're working on the field. The Babe Ruth game between Bismarck and Williston ended about maybe 10 minutes ago, and Bismarck would pick up a 14-0 win after five innings of play in that Babe Ruth game. So now the Bismarck team will play the Fargo 61 team tomorrow in the elimination semifinals, I think is where they're sitting at, and then the winner of that one would move on to the championship game. So that's a little brief update on the Babe Ruth tournament that's being played here at Jack Brown Stadium. Like I said, we're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have your forecast, starting lineups, and much more right around the corner here on Magnitude Sports.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit doolittlesrestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back to Jack Brown Stadium here on Magnitude Sports. Mike Mason with you here, and right now it's mostly sunny, or at least that's what the forecast says. The sun's about to dip behind the trees behind us here. We've actually set up in the perfect spot, right behind a sun guard. There's shade and a breeze, and I couldn't ask for anything better than that. Absolutely awesome. As you can see, the Jamestown Eagles warming up here in the outfield. Mostly sunny, 75 degrees. High of 82 is forecasted today. Not sure if we reached that here in Jamestown or not, but we should be in the low 70s. Let's see here. 8:27 local time right now. This game should hopefully get started by maybe 8:45 at the latest, or give or take about maybe 5 minutes either side. So that would put us through the 10 o'clock hour, and depending on how long the game goes, might crack the 11 o'clock hour. If we do, we're looking at temperatures anywhere between 67 and 72 degrees throughout from first pitch through the final out here in this play-in game between the Jamestown Post 14 Eagles and the Minot Vistas. Let's go ahead and take a look at what has happened so far. We'll keep the live camera on, but I had it up a moment ago. Here we go. So Fargo Post 2 is the 1 seed. They will host actually they won't host the winner of, because that game's already been decided. They will host Williston in the first game at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday at Young Field in West Fargo. The Bismarck Governors, I'm guessing we'll have a couple of their fans tuning in, looking to see who their opponent will be, because they'll get the winner of this game here between Jamestown and Minot. Fargo Post 2 and Bismarck 1 and 2, both with 16-2 conference records. Post 2 with the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Governors. West Fargo Patriots, the host team this year, a couple games behind the Governors in Post 2 at 14-4 record. They would drop 2 to the Bismarck Governors, and they would split with Fargo Post 2. And both the games with Fargo Post 2 were one-run games. If I remember correctly, the first game was 2-1 in favor of Fargo Post 2. The second game was 3-2 in favor of West Fargo on a hit to left field in walk-off fashion to give the Patriots the win. Dickinson 8-10 on the year. They're hovering. They've been hovering at about that 4-5-6 area all season. They were able to lock in the 4 seed, and then Mandan Chiefs at 7-11 lock in the 5 seed. Dickinson Mandan will play each other. Fargo Post 400 at 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 were pretty much slugfest, not necessarily regarding bats, but slugfest. As 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, that being Post 400, Jamestown, Williston, Grand Forks, Minot, they pretty much all beat up on each other over the season, and as a result, the top 3 teams were able to slip away. Dickinson at 8-10, Mandan at 7-11. Sorry about that. Mandan at 7-11, Fargo Post 400 at 7-11, the Jamestown Eagles at 7-11, Williston at 5-13, Grand Forks 5-13, Minot 5-13. So you have the bottom 5 teams separated by 2 games, 3 of them at 5-13, and well, I should say the bottom 6 teams separated by 2 games. The bottom 3 at 8, 9, and 10, 5-13, and then 5, 6, and 7 all finished with a 7-11 conference record. The West Fargo Patriots, Bismarck Governors, and Fargo Post 2, and now the Williston Keybirds all enter are the only teams to enter the state tournament with a win streak. Jamestown comes into this matchup losing 2 in a row. Minot actually comes into this one. They won their last game. And then Grand Forks has lost 1. Jamestown's lost 2. Fargo Post 400's lost 2 in a row. Mandan's lost 3 in a row. Dickinson lost 1 in a row. Matter of fact, the one for Dickinson and Minot played just a couple days ago, and they would split as Minot got a big top of the 4th to take care of Dickinson in Game 2 of that doubleheader. So West Fargo going into their home field for the state tournament with a 5-game win streak. The Bismarck Governors have won 13 in a row. They have the longest winning streak going into the state tournament. Fargo Post 2 has also won 5 in a row. Their last loss came to the other team that's won 5 in a row, the West Fargo Patriots. So Fargo Post 2, they played Williston a couple days ago, and they would take care of business in both games and sweep the Williston Keybirds. So now they'll get Williston again in that first matchup at the state tournament on Tuesday. Let's take a break, and we'll take another deeper look into that state tournament matchup when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Be right back. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Life is busy, and we all get distracted from time to time. But at Starion, they work hard to keep what's important to me in focus. They are continually upgrading their technology, so I can spend more time playing and less time banking. And although I can do almost all of my banking away from the branch, visiting my banker in person puts a smile on my face. and reminds me they're always there for me, ready to help.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
All right, welcome back here to Jack Brown Stadium. Sunny, sun's starting to go down a little bit. The lights haven't turned on yet, but I would imagine that'll happen sooner than later here as we're at 8:35 local time. They said approximately 8 o'clock, and well, they were exactly right, approximately 8 o'clock. There you get a good look at the Minot Vistas, who will be in the third base dugout. Once again, mostly sunny and 75. I want to say thanks to Essentia Health, the Network Center in Fargo, mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, with 10 other North Dakota locations, including Williston, Dickinson, and Minot as well, Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill in Fargo, Runnings, Sweet Shots in Fargo. I haven't been there yet, but I intend to go there. It sounds like a pretty awesome place. Buffalo Wild Wings bringing you your strikeouts and home runs here in the state tournament. The Knickerbocker and Hickson. Mike at the Knickerbocker, always an awesome guy to talk with. Mike and Ike's Goldmark Gotta Go Driving School. Mr. Jeff Weber, you got a team that's looking to start driving here soon. He can help with the driving instructions, the test driving and the exams and everything to help prepare your son or daughter for their near future driver's license. Starion Bank, Close Mentor in Fargo, as well as Post 400 Baseball and West Fargo Baseball for their support all season long to bring you not only the Post 400 Stars and West Fargo Patriots this year, but also the state tournament. And special thanks to Essentia Health and the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck and Network Center for hopping on for the state tournament. We certainly appreciate everybody's support. Without them, these broadcasts absolutely would not be possible. Now you see the Jamestown Eagles here. Looks like they'll be, I think they'll just be in the black. I'm not sure if they got anything on underneath that there. We'll take another time out here, and we'll come back with your starting lineups right after this here on Magnitude Sports.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back to Jack Brown Stadium. Jamestown Eagles taking their infield-outfield warm-ups here as we get closer and closer to the first pitch here at Jack Brown Stadium. It's the play-in game. The winner of this game will get the Bismarck Governors at 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday for that first matchup in the state tournament. So it should be a fun game here. Once again, in the other play-in game, pretty much on the other border edge of the state, Williston. They hosted Grand Forks today. The game went 8 innings, and Williston was able to pull off a 2-1 victory. So congratulations to the Keybirds. Williston will get the Fargo Post 2, a team that swept them just about 72 hours ago. But in the game 2 of that doubleheader, Williston hung tough with Fargo Post 2. So should be an interesting first matchup at the state tournament. Speaking of the state tournament, let's go ahead and take a look at the upcoming schedule here for that state tournament. There you see all the matchups. We only have one undetermined matchup yet, and that's the one that you see in green and red there. But Fargo Post 2 and Williston will start it all off at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday. It'll be followed at 1:30 p.m. with Dickinson and Mandan. Fargo Post 2, the 1 seed. Williston, the 8th seed. Dickinson, the 4 seed. Mandan, the 5th seed. Bismarck Governors, number 2 seed. They'll take on Jamestown or Minot. The winner of this game will end up being the 7th seed at the state tournament at the 4:30 game. Then the home team gets the nightcap, as always, and that will be the West Fargo Patriots taking on their friendly crosstown rivals, the Fargo Post 400 Stars. 3-6, West Fargo and Post 400 played last night. West Fargo won 9-8. The game was that close to being tied, but the runner around third who scored that would have tied the game at 9 did not touch the third base bag, and West Fargo tossed it over to their third baseman, and he was out, and that would be the end of the game. That happened with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. That was a 9-inning game. And so West Fargo hangs on to a 9-8 win over the Fargo Post 400 Stars last night here on Magnitude. If you missed that game, you can go back and watch it anytime on demand. And then 10:30, 1:30, 4:30, 7:30 are the times for the games on Wednesday. And there you see how those games would match up. Games 9, 10, and 11 on Thursday, July 28th. Games 12 and 13, they would presumably be the winner of Game 9 versus the loser of Game 11, and the winner of Game 11 versus the winner of Game 10. The only way that would change is if the two teams who end up in those spots had already met previously at some point in the state tournament. Then they would then they would change it unless it wasn't possible to change it. So then the one that you can't see there, 2 games on or 1 game, possibly 2 on Saturday, July 30th. The state championship game will have first pitch at 12 noon, and then if needed, if that second championship game is needed, that is slotted for a 3 p.m. start. And that is a look at your upcoming state tournament. Once again, all those games at Young Field in West Fargo, all those games live here on Magnitude Sports between myself, Brad Anderson, Riley Swenson, and Chris Hovden. We'll all have the coverage for you. I think Dale Olson may pop in on a couple games too for some color commentary, and he's always been fun to work with. So should be a great state tournament experience this year. It's the second year in a row that we've carried the entire state tournament. We had select games of it 3 years ago, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll bring you with our sponsors' help, that will continue to bring you this tournament each and every year here on Magnitude Sports. That would be the goal. I promise you starting lineups, they're coming up in 30 seconds here on Magnitude Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. Jack Brown Stadium. Also had a Jim tuning in from Denver, North Carolina. He's been a huge follower of the games of Legion Baseball here on Magnitude Sports the last 2 years, and he had the privilege of randomly tuning into a Post 400 Stars game about middle of last season, and got to see them cruise on down to North Carolina last year. The 7th seed from the state tournament in North Dakota was able to upset 3 other teams. The only team, the only team they lost to prior to the state championship game was the Bismarck Governors, and then they would defeat West Fargo earlier in the tournament and then fall 3-1 to West Fargo. But they would, as a result, they would still make the regional tournament. They would defeat Hopkins. They would defeat Sioux Falls East. They would defeat Renner. They would not defeat De Pere, Wisconsin, but then they would come back and take Hopkins 11-1 in 6 innings in the regional championship game to advance to North Carolina. Then they would fall to Hawaii, and they would fall, I can't remember the other 2 teams that they played. Normally, if I would have broadcasted those games, I would have remembered them, but ESPN told me to get out, so had to honor their wishes there. So, but it was a fun experience last year, and whichever team wins the state championship this year will head to Rapid City, South Dakota, is where they'll host the Central Plains Regional this year, and only one team from each of the regions, due to the fact that 2 other states joined the region, Nebraska and Iowa. They were not part of the Central Plains region last year, but they are this year. So as a result of the 2 additional teams, only the state champion versus the state champion and runner-up, as it had been in previous years, in most cases. With the exception of whoever had the host team in the tournament. So only the state champion will make it to the Central Plains Regional this year. So we'll see who that is. We got 14 more games, possibly 15 games after this game to determine who's going to go to Rapid City and represent North Dakota in the Central Plains Regional Tournament. All right, well, I've kept you waiting for starting lineups long enough, so let's not hesitate anymore. As you can see, Minot's taking their infield and outfield now, so that means we're getting very much closer, as they're starting to play music too, so we're getting even closer to the opening pitch of this one here. Let's go through those starting lineups right now. For the home team, obviously, if you didn't know, it's the Jamestown Post 14 Eagles. They'll be the home team on the scoreboard. Minot will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. Batting top of the order, 1, 2, and 3 for the Minot Vistas. It'll be the catcher, number 12, Kellen Burke. The left fielder, number 11, Jonas Bubak. The third baseman, number 7, Parker Hahn. In the middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6, it'll be the shortstop, number 16, Hunter Ruziska. The second baseman, number 17, Mason Zietz. And the first baseman, number 2, Tyler Boudreau. And then the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9, will be the starting pitcher, number 6, Carson Deaver. The batting in the 8th slot is the right field, number 9, Talon Hebert. And batting 9th and playing center field is number 13, Tyson Ruziska. Reserves for Minot, number 8, Griffin Baker, number 10, Hunter Horner, number 14, Tyler Collins, number 18, Jackson Radke, and number 1, Landon Halseth. And that's how Minot will send their batting lineup to the plate here to start this game. For the Jamestown Eagles, batting 1, 2, and 3 in the top of the order is the center fielder, number 5, Mason Lunsman, the left fielder, number 15, Connor Hoyt, and the third baseman, number 24, Jackson Walters. In the middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6, batting and playing shortstop is number 10, Jacoby Nold, the first baseman, number 16, Carson Orr, and the starting pitcher, number 3, Peyton Hochhalter. And then in the bottom of the order, it's 7, 8, and 9. It's the right fielder, number 13, Preston Gall, the second baseman, number 1, Gage Orr, and the catcher, number 7, Max Franck. The reserves for Jamestown are number 2, Preston Kraber, and number 9, Mike Mahoney, number 12, Thomas Newman, and number 23, Kason Rowell, if I'm saying that correctly. That's the only one I forgot to ask about because it was sitting at the very bottom and I missed it. So I'll get clarification on that, but I believe it's Kason Rowell. So those are your starting lineups, your batting lineups for Jamestown and Minot. In the field for Jamestown, on the mound is Peyton Holkalter, and then behind the plate catching is Max Frank. Around the bases, at first base, Carson Orr. Second base, Gage Orr. Shortstop, Jacoby Nold. And the third baseman will be Jackson Walters. And then the outfield and center, Mason Lunsman. Right field, Preston Gall. And left field, Connor Hoyt. As I look up, Minot is almost done with their infield warm-ups. We'll take a timeout. That first pitch is coming up here in a little bit here on the Magnitude Sports Network. We'll talk to you in just a moment. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local running store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
All right, welcome back. You can see there the umpires, coaches meeting at home plate, exchanging lineups, all that good stuff, and that is all good news here. And other good news is the sun's dimmed out. The lights have turned on here at Jack Brown Stadium. We're at 73 degrees. We'll see 72, 70 over the 9 and 10 o'clock hours. If we surpass 10 o'clock, which we likely will, we could start to see the upper 60s, anywhere from 67 to 70. They'll drop rather quickly during that 10 p.m. hour leading into the 11 o'clock hour. So we'll see where this one, how long this one takes us here. It's the 7th seed as of the regular season. Post 14 Jamestown Eagles taking on the regular season 10th seeded Minot Vistas, and the winner of this game will lock in the number 7 seed at the state tournament in West Fargo at Young Field, and all those games will be live once again here on Magnitude Sports. So we certainly appreciate you tuning in. We thank all of our sponsors for making this broadcast coverage possible, including Essentia Health Network Center, Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill in Fargo, Runnings, Sweet Shots in Fargo, also Buffalo Wild Wings, Knickerbocker, Mike and Ike's Golden Mark Commercial Real Estate, our friend Jeff Weber, Gotta Go Driving School, Starion Bank, Clothes Mentor in Fargo, and also Magnitude Sports for allowing us to use the equipment. The national anthem is coming up right now. We'll break for that national anthem. We'll be back with your first pitch in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. All right, welcome back, Jack Brown Stadium. Our PA announcer about to go over the starting lineups. He was the PA guy at the last game was really loud. This guy's really quiet. Hopefully our field mics can pick up the PA announcer, but we did go through the starting lineups already, so you may, I'm not asking you to memorize it, but there's a good look at Peyton Holcoulter. So Jamestown will be in their white, trimmed with a royal blue, and the Minot Vistas will be in their powder baby blues with some yellow and gold and some dark blue trim on the sleeves for the Minot Vistas, and that's how they will set up here. As you could maybe hear that PA announcer. So let's go over the lineups one more time. Defensively here for the Jamestown Eagles, Peyton Holcoulter there on the mound. Behind the plate, catching his tosses is Max Frank. And then around the bases, you got Carson Orr at first base. And then you have over at second base there, you have Gage Orr, number 1. And then the shortstop, Jacoby Wold, is right next to him wearing number 10. Over at third is number 24, Jackson Walters. And we are ready to go here in the top of the first inning of this state play-in game here on Magnitude Sports. And the first pitch is hit up to the shortstop. It's a 6-3 ground out. Check that, it is not a 6-3 ground out. He run it out. I was looking at my clock for the first pitch and I missed it. So it's Kellen Burke who's on base now. No balls and 1 strike. The batter is Jonas Bubach. Kellen Burke is on first. And that one's hit into center field. That'll be a base hit. That'll move Burke up to second. So 2 runners on and 2 base hits. An infield single for Burke, and Bubach with a single to right, and now Parker Hahn, the batter. Normally we set up behind home plate, but there were a million people, not quite a million, but let's just say like 38 people and taking our normal broadcast spot. So I was talking to Eric Tianson. He's like, here, this is where I set up last time. I'm like, this is perfect. It's kind of like our setup in Kindred almost off the first baseline. The only difference is we don't have a beam between 2 windows blocking our camera view. We can get clear from the home plate all the way to the outfield. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Parker Hahn. Hahn is 2 for 4, including a home run here on Magnitude Sports. Hit that home run to right center last year in a game against Post 400 up at Corbett Field in Minot. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peyton Holcoulter on the mound here for Jamestown. Once again, the runners on base are first and second. Bubach first, Burke second. And the pitch comes across for a ball, and it's 2-1. That's 5 pitches for Holcoulter now. More strikes than balls by 1. I'll let you do the mental math on that one. 2-1 the count now here as Holcoulter will look at second, deliver the pitch, in for a strike, 2-2. Nicely tossed pitch there by Peyton Holcoulter. We're 2 minutes into the ball game now. Once again, Hochhalter on the mound, front catching Orr and Orr. That's Carson and Gage at first and second. Nold, the shortstop, Walters at third. Outfield here after the 2-2 pitch from Hochhalter. He'll step off, runners will touch up. Lunsman in center, Gall in right, and Hoyt in left field for Jamestown. Parker Hahn, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on, fouls it straight back, and it'll remain 2-2. We've now hit the 9 o'clock hour here. 3 minutes into the ball game. First pitch at 8:57. Under a, I'm gonna say it says mostly sunny, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess and say it's mostly clear. Swing and a miss, and that is a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Peyton Hochhalter. First struck out batter of the game, and that'll bring up for the Minot Vistas, Hunter Ruziska. Ruziska also has a home run here on Magnitude Sports, and that also happened in the same game. Matter of fact, it was the walk-off home run that ended the game in the, I think it was the bottom of the 6. As it was a 3-run home run that would give Minot the 10+ run advantage to end that game. 0-1 here to Hunter Ruziska. Mason Zietz is on deck for Minot. And that one's hit well to center field. And nice catch there by Mason Lunsman. He will make the grab, and the runners hustle back to first and second. And that's 1 out. Once again, you're watching state tournament action. It's the play-in game between Minot and Jamestown. The winner of this one will be the 7th seed at the state tournament. They'll play the Bismarck Governors at 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday, approximately. Those tournament games scheduled 3 hours apart in the hopes that they can stay on schedule. So that one pops straight up, high up. I can't even see it, and it's somewhere on the third base side, and now it comes down into the glove of the third baseman, Jackson Walters, and that ends the top of the first. So no runs on a trio of hits, no errors, and they leave 2 on base here in the top of the first. As Seeds pops out to third base, and that brings up Mason Lunsman, Connor Hoyt, and Jackson Walters when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, there's a good look at Carson Deaver. He'll be starting on the mound here for the Minot Vistas. He'll be tossing him into the glove of Kellen Burke, the catcher. Around the bases for Minot, you got Tyler Bedreau at first, Mason Zietz at second, Hunter Ruziska, the shortstop, Parker Hahn at third. In the outfield, Tyson Ruziska in center, Talon Hebert in right field, and Jonas Bubach in left field. And Mason Lunsman will be the first hitter here for the Jamestown Eagles as we move into the bottom of the first inning now here. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Mason Lunsman. And that one's hit down the first base line, and it sneaks by Bedreau into right field. And that'll put a runner on, and a base hit for Lunsman brings up Connor Hoyt.
Number 15, left fielder Connor Hoyt.
First baseman Tyler Bedreau standing right in front of where the sand meets the grass into right field, and it just skipped to his right. Couldn't quite make the extra step that he needed to possibly put an out on the board. And now instead there's a runner on base, and there's Connor Hoyt at the plate. He'll foul it away for strike one. Connor Hoyt, 3 for 7 lifetime on Magnitude Sports. Zero here on the Essential Health scoreboard, and that one's going to be popped up, and that one's heading over towards third, and he will not quite get there. He'll bounce. I think it bounced off the top of the wall and came back in, if I saw it correctly. So 2 fouled away pitches and an 0-2 count. We're 8 minutes into the ball game. Deaver on pitch number 5 coming up here. Jackson Walters is on deck. We might see Jacoby Nold this inning as well with nobody out, assuming no double plays happen. Now they'll try the pickoff at first there on Lunsman, and he's back in time. If every baseball game had these weather conditions, I'd be a happy man. Let's put it that way. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Connor Hoyt now. Nice breeze coming through off the first base side here. Deaver sets and delivers. It's appeared to be a fastball that just missed to the outside. 2-2. A little hard to tell what the pitches are from here in comparison to behind home plate. Deaver will look over his shoulder at Lunsman, deliver again. That is in for another ball, and it's 3-2. Full count now here to Connor Hoyt. So 2 fouled away pitches followed by 3 balls tossed, and on deck here's Jackson Walters. Full count, payoff pitch, fouled off. He'll earn himself another pitch as it hits the backstop up above. I think it's the only field I've been to that has a backstop on top of the overhang. It's kind of like an extended backstop, almost. This is pitch number 7 of the at-bat, and it comes in for ball 4. He'll walk Hoyt, and that puts 2 runners on. First and second, moves Lunsman up to second. That'll clear the count here for Jackson Walters.
Number 24, third baseman, Jackson Walters.
Deaver delivers. And that one hit towards third. Picked up there by Parker Hahn. He'll tag him out. Fired over to first. Safe at first. Almost got that double play, but not quite. And they did indeed tag out Lunsman on the way to third. So there's 1 out, and they remain with runners on first and second. And that'll bring up Jacoby Nold. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Jackson Walters. So Connor Hoyt moves up to second. Jackson Walters on first now. And Jacoby Nold, 6 for 9 on Magnitude Sports, with 5 of those 6 hits going to left field. And the 1-0 pitch, in for a strike, 1-1. And the pitch is over the plate for a strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Jacoby Nold. Carson Orr is on deck. Deaver coming up with pitch 14. He's thrown 8 strikes on 13 tosses so far. We'll see if he can get strike number 9 and a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout here on this pitch or not. We're 12 minutes into the ball game. He'll look back at second, now deliver, and that one's just a little bit high, and it's ball 2, and they'll even the count up at 2 apiece. 2 balls and 2 strikes here in game number 2 of the 2022 State Legion AA Baseball Tournament. Once again, if you were not already aware, the Williston Keybirds in an 8-inning thriller, winning 2-1 over Grand Forks to advance to Young Field in West Fargo, and the winner of this game will advance to Young Field in West Fargo as well. Full count now here to Jacoby Knoll at 3 balls and 2 strikes, a ball, pair of strikes, and a pair of balls in that order to bring us to the full count. 15 pitches, 7 balls, 8 strikes here for Deaver. Carson Orr on deck. Deaver will look back at Hoyt on second, now deliver the pitch, and that is in for strike 3. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and it's out number 2. He'll go down looking, bring up Carson Orr. 0 for 3 lifetime on Magnitude Sports. Fly out to center, fly out to first base, and a fly out to the pitcher. So once again, the runners on. Connor Hoyt on second. Jackson Walters on first for Jamestown here in this 0-0 ball game on the Essentia House scoreboard. Jamestown in the white, Minot in the light blue. And that pitch comes in for a strike from Deaver, and it's 0-1 to Carson Orr. If Orr can reach base with 2 away, Peyton Holkalter would be on deck. 13 minutes into the ball game now here at Jack Brown Stadium under clear sky and 74 degrees right now here in Jamestown, North Dakota. That pitch a little bit low. That'll even the count at a ball and a strike, 1-1. Once again, myself, Brad Anderson, along with Riley Swenson, and Dale Olson will provide all the play-by-play and color commentary for you on the upcoming games at Young Field. And Chris Hoven will be helping us out with the camera and scoreboard. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2 for Carson Orr. And thanks to our sponsors, we're able to have that staff available. Otherwise, it would be a long 5 days for Mr. Mike Mason. So thank you once again to all of our sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor, you can still get in before Monday at 5 o'clock is the deadline if you have a business that you'd like to sponsor. You can call us at 701-371-2000 or email us at magnitudesn@gmail.com. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Carson Orr. 2 away, and that's a check swing. It fires it over to Parker Hahn. Hahn fires it across the diamond to Walters, and that will do it. That's the end of the first as they leave 2 stranded on base, and they get no runs on 1 hit and 1 Minot error. Apparently there was an error that I missed, so we'll go ahead and add that up, and we'll be back here at the top of the second. 0-0 on the Essentia House scoreboard. When we return after this, it's the Vistas up to bat again.
Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back. 0-0 ball game here on the Essentia House scoreboard between the Minot Vistas and the Jamestown Eagles. The 2 teams will battle for the 7th seed here going at the state tournament coming up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, July 26th through the 30th. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, that's not on our screen. It was on our screen in the last game. That pitch high and in. Ducking down is Tyler Bedreau, the batter. It's 1 ball, no strike. And Bedreau's second pitch, he'll line that one right over to the second baseman, Gage Orr, and the oar-to-oar connection. Gage to Carson for the 4-3 ground out. That'll bring up the next batter, the pitcher, Carson Deaver. So we'll take a hit away from Minot because one of those hits was an error charged to Jamestown. So 2 runs on 1 hit. Well, no runs on 2 hits, 1 error is what I tried to say. And both teams have left 2 on base so far. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Carson Deaver. He's 0 for 3 lifetime on Magnitude Sports. And the pitch. That one going to be popped up. First base line going foul. Is he going to get it in time? He will. Nice catch there by Carson Orr. That's out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Minot Vistas. And that brings up Talon Hebert. So pop out, foul territory, first base side to Carson Orr there for Carson Deaver. Now Talon Hebert, batter 8 in the lineup here for the Minot Vistas, takes the pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. No runners on base. Wind up in the delivery. That one's high and in for a ball, and it's 1-1. 2 away. Tyson Ruziska on deck if Hebert can make base. 2 balls and a strike here to Hebert. We're 19 minutes into the ball game. The next pitch here for Hochhalter will be his 20th pitch of the game. And here it comes. Swing and a miss for a strike. And on 20 pitches, 6 balls and 14 strikes for Peyton Hochhalter. He has 1 Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout so far. He'll wind up on the 2-2 pitch and just miss. Both Hochhalter and Walters thought it was a strikeout, and the umpire did not agree. And as a result, it's a full count at 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. That one's popped up. It hit the electrical wire between the 2 light poles between the third base and first base dugout. That's some pretty good accuracy. That thing's not more than a 1/4 inch thick. So remain 3-2. Payoff pitch number 2 right here. And that one's high. It'll walk him. Hebert goes to first. That brings up Tyson Ruziska.
Number 13, center fielder, Tyson Ruziska.
So once again, Hebert on first. Hochhalter will fire over to first, and Hebert back in time. And the pitch. And that is going to miss for a ball. 1-0 to Ruziska. Ruziska 0 for 2 has a pair of ground outs. 1 to third, 1 to first. A lifetime on Magnitude because this is his first at bat here in this game. Ruziska, batter number 9. If he can reach base with 2 away, we'll flip it back to the top of the order here with Kellen Burke for Minot, who would be on deck. 2 balls and no strikes to Ruziska. And the windup and the deal. And that one's popped up. Come in first base side and kind of drifted right there in front of home plate. He'll roll it back to the mound, and that will do it. A 1-2-3-4 ending, I guess, as they leave 1 on base. As Ruziska pops out to the pitcher right in front of home plate near the first base side. That'll bring up Peyton Hochhalter, Preston Gall, and Gage Orr, batters 6, 7, 8 for Jamestown. When we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network, be right back.
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back to Jack Brown Stadium here in Jamestown, North Dakota, as Carson Deaver will square off against Peyton Holcoulter to start the bottom home half of the second. Still 0-0 ball game here on the Essential Health scoreboard. The first pitch to Holcoulter's fouled off on a couple bounces to the third base side for strike one. Holcoulter, Preston Gall, and Gage Orr. Batters 6, 7, and 8 will be the batters we see for sure this inning here for the Jamestown Eagles. Home half of 2, 0-1 here to Holcoulter, and the second pitch is up a little high to even things up, but a ball and a strike. It has dropped to 72 degrees now here, as I believe the count's 2-1. The outfield scoreboard shows 1-1, but I think they're behind by a pitch. That one's low and presumably 3-1 now. There we go. Now the scoreboard in the outfield matches up with ours. 3 balls and a strike to Peyton Holcoulter. Preston Gall on deck in the 3-1 pitch. And that one's rifled right over the shortstop. He bobbled it. He picks it up, fires it over, and on the pick, he cannot get it there. That'll be an error on the shortstop. Peyton Holcoulter will reach on the bobble and or throwing error. Pick your favorite. It only goes into the books as 1 error. And now Preston Gall will be the next batter here with a runner on first. And that's ball 1 to Preston Gall. Once again, Gage Orr moves into the on-deck circle. Batter Gall and Orr representing batters 7 and 8 here for Jamestown in the home half of 2, with 25 minutes into the ball game. Now one hit up, shallow right field, and it's over the head of Jonas Bubak. That'll be a base hit. Anything over the outfield's head is a hit. And that puts 2 runners on. That brings up Gage Orr. 4 for 9 lifetime on Magnitude Sports. They charged that as an error on the scoreboard, but I'm going to stick to the hit. And now a bunt right back to Deaver. Deaver picks it up, fires it over to first, and the sacrifice bunt serves its purpose and has a little bit of a bonus as he was able to run it out. So there's no sacrifice bunt because there's no out, and now the bases are loaded. Going to the books as a base hit for Gage Orr. Actually, no, it will not go into the books as a base hit. It'll go into the books as an error.
I'm gonna go to shortcut. Okay? I'm just gonna go straight down
So the bases are loaded now here for Jamestown, and they have a big opportunity. And that big opportunity happens right there on a hit into left field. Rounding third is Preston Gall after Hochhalter scores, and it's 2-0 Jamestown on a 2-run RBI single by Max Franck that pushes Gage Orr up to second. And Jamestown strikes first here in the state tournament play-in game. Now runners on first and second for Mason Lunsman. 1-for-1, singled as he snuck one past Bedreau, the first baseman, into right field last time he was at the plate as a return to the top of the order. That pitch comes in for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Mason Lunsman. Connor Hoyt is on deck. Still nobody out here in the home half of 2. And now it's 2 balls and no strikes here to Lunsman. It's a beautiful evening here at Jack Brown Stadium. I have to admit, this is probably the best game I've ever done at Jack Brown Stadium, because every time I come here, it's like 90 to 95 to 100 degrees. Not today, I love it. That one is hit right over towards Mason Zietz. And now back to first, and the throw is off the mark. And now another run will come in and score. So there's 1 out. As Gage Orr comes in to score. Max Franck out at second. Lunsman on at second. That one's hit. And it's going to be a base hit. And that will, they charge it as an error. I disagree with that. I'm just going to go with my gut and apply the hits and errors as I feel appropriate. That last one may have been an error. That one definitely wasn't an error. I'm not sure who's scoring back there, but Minot with a visit to the mound. So it's a 3-0 ball game. And now we have a new pitcher. Oh, no, we don't. I thought it was number 15 on the mound, but it's still number 6. Connor Hoyt will step up to the plate here for Jamestown. They're leading 3-0. On base is Mason Lunsman on second. And now he'll get hit by a pitch, and that'll load the bases again, as I didn't even get a chance to go around the bases last time. So Jacoby Wold as Jackson Walters gets hit by a pitch. So Lunsman on third, Connor Hoyt on second, Jackson Walters on first, Jacoby Nold the batter now. And only 1 out here, and another big opportunity for Jamestown. Last time they had the bases loaded, they got a hit out into left field that pulled in the first 2 runs of the game. This one going to be popped straight up, and I lost it in the lights. It looks like it's going right there. And if I lost it in the lights, I can only imagine what the players see on the field there. Long story short, goes into the books as a strike. Carson Devers now at 35 pitches. 15 balls and 20 strikes as they play the Star Wars theme. I think it's the Return of the Jedi one. I'm not sure. No balls and a strike. One away here, and the base is loaded. Lunsman on third. Hoyt on second. Walters on first. Jacoby Nold 0 for 1. Struck out looking last time he was at the plate. So far, it's the only strikeout for Carson Deaver. He'll wind and deliver. The 0-1 fouled back, and it's 0-2. And that pitch comes in for strike 3. Got him looking again. Jacoby Nold back-to-back plate appearances, and he strikes out looking on both occasions. And that's 2 away now here. So Carson Orr will have the bases loaded. He grounded out on a 5-3 last time. That's a ground out to third for those who are not familiar with the number system. 2 away and a 3-0 lead here for Jamestown on the Essentia Health scoreboard here in the bottom of the second. Bases loaded for Carson Orr, 0 for 1 with a ground out. And now he'll send this one up high to left center field. And it will be the center fielder. Couldn't quite get the camera over there in time. Tyson Ruziska, who makes the catch, and that will retire Jamestown as they strand 3 on base. And we go to the end of the second. So a fly out for Orr. Ends things for Jamestown. They played 3 on one error and a couple of hits. Let me double check my hit counter here. I got them for 5. They should have 4 hits. And there we go, and that is right. And now it'll be Kellen Burke, Jonas Bubak, and Parker Hahn. Top of the order, 1, 2, and 3 when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford truck giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, 2 complete here on the Essential Scoreboard. It's the Post 14, Jamestown Eagles 3 and the Minot Vistas 0. It's Kellen Burke at the plate here for the Vistas, and the first pitch is out for a ball, 1-0. Burke 1 for 1 as he infield single. Actually, I need to change that to reach base on an error, so he's 0 for 1. That was the first play of the game, and I was looking down, and I wasn't quite ready for the game to start, and I missed the play. I thought it was a 6-3 throw out, and then he ended up being safe, and then they changed it to an error on the scoreboard. So one ball and 2 strikes here to Kellen Burke. And Burke sends that one to right field, and it's easily caught there by Preston Gall. So Gall flies out on a 1-2 count, and now bring up Jonas Bubak. Jonas Bubak 1 for 1, singled up the middle into center field last time he was at the plate. And the windup and the delivery, and that's in for a strike. 0-1 here to Bubak. On deck is Parker Hahn. Whole counter with 30 pitches now. 19 of them have found the strike zone. 37 minutes into the ball game as ball 1 comes in to even up the count at 1-1. there's strike two. Nice fastball down the middle there for Hochhalter, and attacks the strike zone and earns himself a strike. Hochhalter will wind and deal, and that one is hit hard, and it bounces off the glove of the third baseman, picks it up, turns around, does not make a throw. That'll be an infield hit.
Number 7, third baseman Parker Hahn.
There's a strike. Parker Hahn, the batter, he struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. That pitch is going to miss for a ball. 1-1 now here to Parker Hahn. Hunter Uziska in the on-deck circle here for Minot. And that one will miss outside, and it's 2-1 now here to Parker Hahn. Still 2-1 after the pickoff attempt on Bubak, who's standing on first. Here's the pitch. And that one fouled up right in my direction, and it is going to make a big noise right there. Landed about maybe 3 feet in front of me here. May have been able, I don't know if that came on camera or not. I was getting up, I was getting ready to catch that one if I had to. And that one's popped up. And it's sent into the Minot dugout. It'll remain 2-2. Hochhalter took a quick peek at first, and then Bubak got a lead off. And now he'll ignore the runner, deliver the pitch, and that's rifled right into the glove and then back to first base. That's a double play. It's a 4-3 line out double play back to first. Hahn out, Bubak out, and that ends the inning. Top half of the third is done on that double play. It's a 4-3 double play. And it remains 3-0 on the Essential Health scoreboard. We'll be back in a moment here with the Eagles on the bat when we return after this.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate-controlled hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full-swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, welcome back. Essential Health scoreboard as the Jamestown Eagles up 3-0 on Minot as they They pull off a 4-3 double play on a line drive out to the second baseman to end the inning. Just when Minot was about to get momentum and potentially get a couple runners on base, Jamestown takes the breath out of him. That one's going all the way to the wall in left field. He's going to head in for a double, and that's where he'll put on the brakes. Guess he'll wave to his fans. So that's a base hit for Holkalter. And Preston Gall 1-for-1, singled to left field last time he was up. He'll step up to the plate now, as the lights are shining bright here at Jack Brown Stadium in Jamestown. And it is a absolutely perfect evening for baseball. Still clear sky and 72 degrees here in Jamestown. We expect to hit those upper 60s as soon as we cross that 10 o'clock hour here. 20 minutes in front of that at the moment. Or for our friend down in North Carolina, Jim, 20 minutes in front of the 11 o'clock hour. It's a late one. If you don't live in the Central Time Zone, it's an early one if you live in the Mountain Time Zone. 1-0 here to Preston Gall. And the pitch, swing and a miss for a strike. 1-1 the count. Deaver at 41 pitches now. I have 16 balls and 25 strikes according to my numbers unofficially. That pitch will miss. I believe it was ball. No, it was strike 2, I guess. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Preston Gall. Gage Orr is on deck. Nobody out. Runner on second is Peyton Holkalter. Got there with a big double to the left field fence. And now time is called as Gall will step out and step back into the batter's box. Saw a video on Twitter today of a Japanese baseball player who switched sides of the batter's box on every single pitch. And I think on like the 5th or 6th pitch of the at-bat, if I remember correctly, I think he got hit by a pitch. Never seen that. I don't know what teams it was because it was all in Japanese lettering. All I know is that one of the Japanese teams were leading 2-0 at that point. Should have retweeted that. And I could tell you to go to our Twitter and check it out, but I didn't, so you'll have to find it somewhere. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As we eventually return to action here as Deaver gets ready and delivers. And that's in for a strike. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Carson Deaver. His 2nd of the game, or his 3rd of the game, excuse me. And that puts 1 out on the board, brings up Gage Orr, reached base on an error last time he was at the plate. And that one's hit well to left field. Rounding third and coming in to score here is Peyton Holkalter, and it's 4-0 on an RBI single by Gage Orr. Now bring up the catcher, Max Frank. Max Frank is 1-for-1. He also singled to left field last time he was up. Check swing there as the pitch comes in low for a ball, 1-0. Mason Lunsman on deck, and that would flip us back to the top of the order here for Jamestown. They're up 4-0 right now as they've collected their 6th hit of the game. And now 2-0 here to Frank. 47 minutes into the ball game. The next pitch for Deaver is pitch 47. And that one fouled off third base side. Good for a strike, 2-1. And that is also fouled off. Went a little early on that swing. And now it's 2-2. And he's going to send it to the shortstop, Ruziska. And now back to first to complete the double play, and it's a 6-3 double play to end the inning compared to the 4-3 double play that Jamestown had to end the third inning of play. They leave nobody on base because it was a double play, and that one, the third inning of play. So they leave 5 on base. We'll fix that. And I'll bring up Hunter Ruziska, Mason Zietz, and Tyler Bedroll when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, Peyton Holtcoulter is going to get set here to go square off against Hunter Ruziska to start the fourth inning of play here at Jack Brown Stadium. And the first pitch of the fourth inning is in for a strike. Ruziska 0 for 1. He would fly out to Lunsman in center field last time he was up. And the next pitch for Holtcoulter is pitch number 40, and that's in for a ball. And on 40 pitches, 15 balls, 25 strikes for 50 minutes into the ball game. Holtcoulter averaging a little over 10 pitches per inning. See if he can cut that average down here with a quick top of the fourth or not. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mason Dietz and Tyler Bedroll will be the other two batters. The other two batters that we see this inning. Even with my headphones on, a mosquito found its way into my ear. I'm not even sure how that's possible, but that one's fouled away for a strike. As the kids bring the thunder with their shoes. 2-2 the count. That one hit hard into center field for a base hit. And Ruziska will round first, but then put on the brakes and come back. He has a base hit, it's a single.
Number 17, Mason Zietz.
Ruziska on first, Mason Zietz popped out to the third baseman. That one's popped straight up, heading to the first base side. I don't think they're going to get to it. Oh, it did stay in play, but it came on a wild comeback there, and Max Franck just couldn't quite snap the leather on top around it. Long story short, it's a strike, 0-1. So pitch 45 coming up for Holtcoulter here. So he'll look over and fire over, and Ruziska back as he was starting to get his lead off. He didn't even get sat on his leadoff before the pickoff attempt was fired over. That one's a little bit out, and it's 1-1 strike here to Mason Zietz. Tyler Bedreau on deck, nobody out, and a runner on for Minot. Hochhalter delivers. That one hit hard to center field, and it's caught there by Lunsman. And Ruziska comes back to first quickly. So that is out number 1 as Zietz flies out to center field. Tyler Bedreau 0 for 1, grounded out to Gage Orr on the Orr-to-Orr connection on the 4-3. Gage to Carson, second to first. This one popped up. Looks like Orr will have it again. And that's out number 2. Gage Orr will get the put out. And now that brings up the pitcher versus pitcher battle with Carson Deaver. And that pitch will put Deaver into the spin cycle there at home plate. Ball 1. And a strike. Jim says, I'm absolutely correct. It's going to be a late night for him, but he says that he's going to stay here until the end. So thank you, Jim, for being the loyal viewer, awesome viewer that you've been the last year and a half, 2 years. That one will get over the glove of Frank, and Ruziska will head into second, and the pitch will come across for a ball, and it's 2-2. So Ruziska advancing to second on the wild pitch to even up the count at 2-2. Hochhalter will wind and deliver, and the pitch is high for a ball, and it's a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch upcoming here is Hochhalter will get the signal, look back at Ruziska on second, wind and deliver, and that one's low and out, and that'll walk him. Full count walk, puts runners on first and second for Talon Hebert, who drew a walk last time he was up. Here's the windup and the pitch to Hebert. In for a strike, 0-1. Hunter Ruziska on second. Carson Deaver on first. The runner's on for Minot. And the pitch, and that one's hit up high to center field. And coming in is the right fielder, Preston Gall, to make the catch. And that will retire Minot here. They'll leave 2 stranded on base. And we'll go to the middle of the 4th here on Magnitude Sports. Due up for Jamestown. Mason Lunsman, Connor Hoyt, and Jackson Walters. Carson Deaver with pitch 50 when we return. Halfway through this one, 3.5 complete. Back.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right. 3 of the 8, I believe, if I counted right, big lights here at Jack Brown Stadium. As Carson Deaver remains on the mound here for Minot. He'll toss pitch number 50, and he'll toss it against number 5, Mason Lunsman, as Jamestown will bring up the top of the order. They're leading 4-0 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Once again, I want to say thanks to our sponsors, including Essentia Health, as well as the Network Center in Fargo, Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, Running, Sweet Shots, Buffalo Wild Wings, Knickerbocker, Mike and Ike's, Goldmark, Gotta Go Driving School, Starring on Bank, Close Mentor, are just some of our many sponsors here for the 2022 State AA Tournament. And the pitch is in for a strike. Mason Lunsman's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, 1 to right field, 1 to left field in that order on his 2 trips to the plate so far tonight. We'll see if he can go 3 for 3. 18 balls and 32 strikes on 50 tosses here for Deaver. Here's pitch number 51. And that one's popped up, heading right back to Deaver. And he'll make the grab for out number 1. So it's 1 up, 1 down here for Jamestown, as Mason Lunsman's 1,000 batting average comes to an end here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That brings up Connor Hoyt, batter 2 in the lineup. He's 1 for 1. Single just past the shortstop into left center field, and then the first time he was up to bat, he walked and then he singled. And this one is going to be a hit right over towards Zietz. Zietz fires it to Bedrol for the 4-3 ground out. 2 up, 2 down on 3 pitches so far here. It's pretty good efficiency for Deaver. And now Jackson Walters will try and keep the inning going here for Jamestown as they try to pull off some 2-out magic here in the bottom of the 4th. Walters reached on a fielder's choice. He was hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. Deaver will patiently set as we reach the 1 hour mark of the ball game now. First pitch at 8:57, and now Kellen Burke will come out and have some quick words here with Deaver. Jamestown with 3 runs in the bottom of the 2nd. They tack 1 more on in the home half of the 3rd. They're up 4-0 right here in the bottom of the 4th, halfway through this game, halfway and 2/3 through this game. If that's ever been said in the same sentence before, I doubt it. My math teacher in high school would probably be disappointed in me. 1 ball, no strikes to Jackson Walters. And that pitch is a little low for a ball. It's 2-0 now here to Walters. Jacoby Nold on deck if Walters can reach base with 2 away. He's thrown the same amount of pitches on this upcoming pitch to Jackson Walters as he did to the first 2 batters. This is pitch 6 of the inning. And pitch 6 is going to be fired over to third, and it's going to bounce into left field. It took a hop over the third baseman, Parker Hahn, and he was just not quite tall enough to outstretch that one. It'll go into the books as a base hit for Walters. Jacoby Nold now will step up to the plate for Jamestown, leading 4-0 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. 1 hour and 1 minute into the ball game. Deaver on 55 pitches. 35 of those have found the strike zone. Once again, a strike is anything that's not a ball, base hit, fouled away pitch, home run. They all get counted as strikes in the stat book. And we'll turn down Metallica here. And now we'll turn it back up. Pitch is a little bit low. It's 1 ball, no strike, and they toss it up to first quickly there, but Walters is alert and back on the bank. 1-0. And that one's hit well to left field, and it's fair. It's going to dribble all the way down the line, all the way to the wall. Rounding third is Jackson Walters. He will come in and score. It's an RBI double for Jacoby Knoll. And Jamestown has made it a 5-0 game here on the Essentia Health scoreboard, with their 8th hit of the ball game. So Walters comes home on that RBI double by Knoll, brings up Carson Orr, 0 for 2, grounded out to third, and then he flew out to left center field. Last time he was up, he'll take this pitch for a strike. And Deaver 2 shy of 60 now on the pitch count, unofficially. Sorry about that. Turn it to the left a little bit more. 2 away, runner on second. 5-0 lead. 3 in the second, 1 in the fourth, and 1 so far here in the fifth. And that will be a throw out on a 4-3 as he grounds out to second base. They'll strand 1 on base. And we'll go now to the top of the fifth. The ground out brings up 9-1-2 in the batting lineup here for Minot. Tyson Ruziska, Kellen Burke, and Jonas Bubak. And if Hochhalter remains on the mound, he'll toss pitch 56 when we return after this. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. It's Tyson Ruziska. And he's going to bunt it, and the throw up to first is in time. 2-3 ground out on a bunt. And it's 1 pitch, 1 out for Peyton Hochhalter. Now Kellen Burke, 1 for 2. Flied out to right last time he was at the plate. And the pitch is in for strike 1. Nice pitch there by Hochhalter. That was pitch 57. 1 hour and 7 minutes into the ball game so far. Once again, Hochhalter on the mound, Frank catching. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carson Orr first, Gage Orr second. Jacoby Knoll short, Jackson Walters at third for Jamestown. And the 1-1 pitch is a little high, 2-1. Mason Lunsman in center, Preston Gall in right, Connor Hoyt in left is how Jamestown is set up defensively here at the moment. Here's the windup and the 2-1, and the 2-1 Oh, that was almost into the glove of Holkalter, but it just snuck over and into center field for a base hit. A nice effort by Holkalter there, but he couldn't quite snag it out of the air, even though he had the one-foot advantage in height, jumping straight up off the mound. So base hit for Burke. And now Jonas Bubak is perfect so far. Try the pick-off attempt there on Burke. Bubak 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. The first one went up the middle of center field, and then one into almost left field, right where the sand meets the grass down the third base line. Pitch to Bubak comes in for a strike. It's 0-1. Once again, Kellen Burke, the runner on first here for Minot. And the pitch is in for strike 2. 2 pitches and 2 strikes. This is pitch number 5. Pitch number 7, actually, I meant to say. My apologies. And that'll be a base hit out into left field, and Bubak is 3 for 3. Moves Kellen Burke up to second, Bubak on first. And now Parker Hahn 0 for 2, struck out swinging, and then line drive to Gage Orr on that 4-3 double play that ended the top of the third, I believe it was. It may be a play-in game, but this is a pretty good game so far, unless you're a Minot fan. Then maybe you disagree a little bit, but some nice defensive plays by both teams. The bats have been clicking for Jamestown up to this point, and so far they have not been clicking for Minot. They've been able to dish out a total of 6 hits, but they haven't scored any runs yet on those 6 hits. So they've sort of been clicking, but the rest of the offense hasn't. Hunter Ruziska 1 for 2. Takes a strike there. Fly out to center, a single to right field on his 2 trips to the plate this evening. Swing and a miss there for strike 2, and a quick 0-2 count on Ruziska. And we'll see if Holkalter attacks the strike zone or maybe sends it to the outside here. He has a couple pitches to work with. And the windup in the deal, and that one is in for a strikeout. And that ends the inning. They leave 2 stranded on base. For a total of 7, I think the button got hit twice there. Peyton Holkalter, Preston Gall, and Gage Ords. Batters 6, 7, and 8 for Jamestown. We return after the break here on Magnitude.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, welcome back. 4.5 complete. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, and that's a 5-0 lead for Jamestown here in the state play-in game. on the Essentia Health scoreboard here on Magnitude Sports. And the first batter will be Peyton Holthalter. It'll be the pitcher versus pitcher duel here in the bottom of the fifth to start things off. Deaver still on the mound. This is pitch 60 for him. And pitch 60 is going to right field. And it's caught for out number one. One pitch, one out for Deaver. And now bring up Preston Gall. A big second inning for Jamestown as they took a 3-0 lead, and they added a single run in the fourth and the fifth to take, three in the second and a single run in the third and the fourth is what I meant to say. And there's a strike to Preston Gall. Gall 1 for 2. He would single to left and then strike out swinging last time he was at the plate. Deaver winds up and he'll deliver. Swinging and a miss for strike 2. If you're just tuning in, you're thinking this is a late game. It's after only in the bottom of the fifth. Well, we had the Babe Ruth tournament here at Jack Brown Stadium as they held 4 games. And this is the 5th game tonight at Jack Brown Stadium. That'll be a drop third strike. He'll take off for first. And the throw is in time, and he's out. So Preston Gall thrown out on a drop third strike. So it's a 1-2 inning so far for Minot. We'll see if they can get Gage or out for a 1-2-3 inning or not. Deaver with pitch 64. He winds up and delivers, and it's, that was very low a strike. That's strike 1, at least from my vantage point. Wind up with the 0-1, and that one's low. It's just as low as last pitch, and we're even at a ball and a strike. And the pitch has popped up, fouled away, first base side, right to our right, and just over the fence. Just over my right shoulder. Now the kids will run off and try and collect that one. Fouled away, it's 1-2 as a result. Here's the windup and the 1-2 pitch. Fastball in for strike 3. That's Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout number 4, I believe. Yep, it is for Carson Deaver. And now we go to the end of the 5th as they get no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And that'll bring us to the top of the 6th with batters 5, 6, and 7. Mason Zeitz, Tyler Boudreau, and Carson Deaver are the scheduled batters. We're an hour and 15 minutes into the ball game. It's 5-0 in favor of Jamestown on the Essentia Health scoreboard. We'll be back in just a moment.
Life is busy, and we all get distracted from time to time. But at Starion, they work hard to keep what's important to me in focus. They are continually upgrading their technology, so I can spend more time playing and less time banking. And although I can do almost all of my banking away from the branch, visiting my banker in person puts a smile on my face and reminds me they're always there for me, ready to help.
All right, welcome back. 5-0 in favor of Jamestown here in the state play-in game. The winner gets the 7th seed, and they get the Bismarck Governors at 4:30 on Tuesday afternoon at Young Field in West Fargo, about 95 miles to the east of Jack Brown Stadium, approximately, give or take 5 miles. Everybody always thinks it's 100 from Bismarck to Jamestown and another 100 from Jamestown to Fargo, but West Fargo's a little bit closer, not by much, but a little bit. Now will be grounded out over to third, and coming off the base, and he's safe. So the throw's off the mark. So Zeitz reaches on an error. Tyler Bedreau is the batter now. Zeitz will touch up on first. Hochhalter 2 shy of 70 according to my counts. Make that 1 shy of 70. I forgot to add in the ball he just tossed prior to that ball, or that strike. And it's 1-1, and on 70 pitches, 24 balls and 46 strikes, an hour and 18 minutes into the ball game. Nobody out. Zeitz on first. Bedreau the batter with Deaver on deck. And that one's blasted to center. And it is going to be caught by the right fielder in right center field. That's Preston Gall with the out. Runner will stay put on first, and one away brings up Carson Deaver. Deaver 0 for 1. Pop out to the first baseman here in foul territory, just to the bottom right of your screen about 3 innings ago. And then he would draw a walk last time he was at the plate. Takes this one for ball 1. 1-0. And that one's a little bit high for 2 balls and no strikes. Appreciate your patience as I'm operating everything here solo. The good news is I won't be running it solo starting on Tuesday. 2-0 pitch in for a strike, 2-1. And the next pitch for Hochhalter is pitch 75. Once again, the Williston Keybirds win 2-1 in 8 innings earlier this afternoon over Grand Forks, and Grand Forks season as a result comes to a conclusion. A pair of balls and a pair of strikes to bring us to a 2-2 count. Fouled back and it'll remain 2-2. This game has been cruising along here, even already in the top of the 6th and just an hour and 20 minutes in. That one will not sneak by the second baseman, and he'll fire it over to first to get the out. Deaver out on a 4-3 from right field. That advances Zeitz to second. So now Minot has a runner in scoring position once again. For Talon Hebert, 0 for 1, drew a walk, and then he flied out to right field last time he was at the plate. As Hochhalter looks back at Zeitz, winds and delivers a strike. Nice pitch there by Hochhalter. And it's 0-1 to Hebert. On deck is Tyson Ruziska, with 2 away, only if Hebert can reach base. And he delivers some back-to-back strikes to Hebert. Next pitch is pitch 80 for Hochhalter. He'll look back at Zeitz, wind and deliver. Swing and a miss for a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. That ends the inning. They leave one on base. It's his second strikeout of the game. And I'll bring up Max Frank, Mason Lunsman, and Connor Hoyt. Batters 9-1-2. Jamestown with a 5-0 lead here on the Essential Health Scoreboard. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we...
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. First pitch to Max Frank came in for a ball. It's 1-0. He's 1 for 2, single to left and a ground out to the shortstop, Hunter Ruziska, last time he was at the plate. And the 1-0 pitch comes in low for 2 balls and no strikes. 1 hour and 24 minutes. Next pitch for Deaver is pitch number 70 of the evening. Ryan says, do you have a bracket for the state AA tournament? I just looked during that commercial break, and I do have one that I can put up on screen. We'll do that during the next half inning here. And that one is going to be rifled over to third and across the diamond on the 5-3. It's Honda Bedrol for the 5-3 ground out. That's 1 up, 1 down. Mason Lunsman 2 for 3, a pair of singles, 1 to right, 1 to left, and the last time he popped up to the pitcher. And there's a strike, 0-1. Next time the opportunity presents itself, Ryan, I'll show that bracket to you on your television screen, to you and everybody else. I believe there's some brackets floating around on Twitter and other social media too. If you want to hunt those down, you can. That'll be a direct ground out to first. And that is out number 2 here for Jamestown. Connor Hoyt 1 for 2. Drew a walk and then he singled to left and then he grounded out to the second baseman on a 4-3. Carson Deaver with pitch 73 coming up here. Here's the windup and the delivery of pitch 73, and it's in for a strike, 0-1. Nice pitch there by Deaver. You may have noticed a refreshed scoreboard for our regular viewers. The white on black popped more than the black on white did for the top and bottom of the innings, especially in the 5th and 6th, because the numbers looked the same and you thought you were in the 6th inning for 4 innings. But so yeah, a little refreshed scoreboard here for the state tournament this year. And a swing and a miss for a strike. And that is strike 3. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and that's no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And when we come back, we'll take a look at that state tournament bracket right after the break here on Magnitude Sports. First, Tyson Ruziska, Kellen Burke, and Jonas Bubak. It's batters 9, 1, and 2. They are the scheduled batters. Hochhalter is scheduled to toss pitch 81 when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be back in just a moment.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back. Move to the top of the 7th. We're not going to, I played a 30 and a 15, thinking I'd have time to put that bracket on, but they're moving right along here. Tyson Ruziska is the batter. We'll get to that in the post-game show at worst case scenario. If there's something like maybe a pitching change or something, then we'll take a look at it then as well. Tyson Ruziska just tossed pitch 81. I'm sorry, Peyton Hochhalter just tossed pitch 81 and now 82 to Tyson Ruziska. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Ruziska 0 for 2 with a pop out to the pitcher in front of home plate and a bunt out on a 2-3 throw out. And now he fouls this one back and will remain 0-2. I want to say hi to Jeff, who is watching. I believe he's well known by the groundskeeper here at Jack Brown Stadium. And that one's fly out to center. Lunsman will make the catch. So Ruziska 0 for 3 now. And this is the final half inning of play unless Minot can score 5 runs on 2 outs. Pitch 85 for Hochhalter is going to miss for a ball. 1-0 to Kellen Burke as we return to the top of the order here for Minot. Kellen Burke, single fly out and a single. And now that one's going to left field, and that is caught there by the center fielder, Mason Lunsman, who's making grabs in all portions of the outfield. So fly out to left, and now it's down to the final out, and it's up to Jonas Bubak, who has been perfect up to this point. 3 for 3 with a trio of singles. 1 to center, 1 to left, and an infield single. And Hochhalter will hit him. Bubak reaches base via a hit by a pitch. That's a runner on for Minot. They need a couple more of those, and they need some 2-out magic here to keep their season going. I just received word that if a certain outfielder for Jamestown ever moved 100 miles east, he would have a baseball team to play for. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. But I just got that text a little bit ago. 0-1 is going to be low one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike here to the batter, Parker Hahn. He's 0 for 3. Struck out swinging, line drive, and a fly out. And the 0-1. And that one's hit well to right field. It's going to drift foul, maybe. No, well, it didn't matter. That's going to be the ball game right there, as making the catch is Preston Gall, and that will be your final score. The Jamestown Eagles will move to Young Field on Tuesday to play the Bismarck Governors as they pick up a 5-0 win here in a fast 1 hour and 31-minute ball game here at Jack Brown Stadium on this wonderful evening. We started at 8:57. It's now 10:29, and that is absolutely fabulous. 5-0 the final here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. And as promised, let's take a look at that tournament bracket. I have it here. I was working on it this morning. I didn't get it finished. I think the teams are in the right spot, but if they're not, I apologize in advance. Where'd it go? It's somewhere here. I have to manually find it. Here it is. Okay, so this is the tournament bracket. Looks like the teams are in place. So we know who the to be determines are. It'll be Fargo Post 2 versus Williston. And then the second game, that says game 3. It should, I need to flip-flop games 2 and 3 around. But in the second game, it'll be Dickinson and Mandan. In the third game, it'll be Bismarck versus Jamestown. And then in the nightcap, it'll be the West Fargo Patriots versus the Fargo Post 400 Stars. And then you can see the brackets move forward from there. Games 12 and 13, games 14 and 15 may or may not have some certain circumstances added to it, depending on how play is determined throughout the first 10 or 11 games. So there's a brief look at the bracket. We're gonna get a couple of those games flip-flopped and moved around, and then we'll. It'll look easier. Like I said, I've been working on it all day today, and as I apparently haven't had it finished, but it looks good on the surface, and it'll look even better on Tuesday when we get that. So that's your setup for the 2022 North Dakota AA Legion State Tournament at Young Field in West Fargo. Once again, all the games will be on Magnitude Sports as I continue to get these text messages about a certain outfielder. So that will do it for our broadcast here. We're going to pack up as the mosquitoes are kind of been the only negative to our trip here to Jamestown here today. Once again, your final score in this one, in 1 hour and 31 minutes, the Post 14 Jamestown Eagles make the trip to West Fargo on Tuesday to take on the Bismarck Governors, and the Minot Vistas season will come to a conclusion. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll talk to you on Tuesday for the first 4 games of the state tournament at Young Field in West Fargo. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.